Hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're checking out a Kizer knife here, brand new. This is going to be a fixed blade, just judging by the size of the box. Of course, I'll have this one linked down below so you guys can check it out. Prices, availability, and variants. This is part of their drop here for September 2025. We're looking at, drum roll please, the Phasmids, right? It's a very interesting name there, Phasmids. It's an under 3-inch knife, 2.79 inches on the blade. It is a Jordan design, D2 blade, black coating on it with the micarta handle. So let's see what this one's all about. All right, shall we here? Bada beam, bada boom. All right, if you're ready, I'm ready. Here we go. We got a Kizer Koala sticker there, action for exploration. And here's the blade. All right, that's already looking interesting there. A little bit on the slimmer side. We'll take a look. We got the, of course, Kydex sheath, which again, Kizer does a really good job with all their sheath. We'll check that out more in a moment. We also have a additional sheath clip, right, for different mounting options, a little bit more on the slimmer side. We got that as well. We have also some paracord. We'll say maybe about 3.5, 4 feet worth of paracord. Additionally, right, it's a nice little addition there to the unboxing experience. We have additional hardware, which it's nice to see on the fixed blades. Now, they do this all the time with their folding knives, but, you know, sometimes, you know, you could have a screw go missing on you or what have you. Some additional hardware is always welcome. We got a wiping cloth. We have an user manual and some silica gel. So pretty standard unboxing there. We'll go ahead and put this away here so we can give this knife the spotlight it deserves. All right, here we go, guys. Let's see what this one's all about. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, already looking like my kind of geometry for sure. I'm gonna give her a nice little wipe here. Right, it's got this black coat on the D2 steel. I'm gonna remove this tip here in the front for safety. Right away, I mean, come on now. This is definitely my cup of tea right here, right? My kind of geometry for sure. Got a sheep's foot blade going on here, right? Let's make sure it's nice and center, Miguel. That's a good start, right? I'm gonna get you a closer look here. 5x zoom. We got a flat grind going on there. D2 steel is good that it is black coated because D2 is not the most corrosion resistant steel out there. So this definitely helps. We even have a folder there, which is interesting because this is a, you know, it's not a folder, so you wouldn't use the folder to flick, but it definitely helps there. It gives it a nice personality and whatnot. Kind of also helps with the performance going through the material there and whatnot. The camera's having a little bit of issue focusing for some reason. We have a plunge grind situation right here. That's looking good. Even have a little bit of jimping on the spine of the blade over there as well. There we go. I feel like for some reason now we're better focused. Full Tang construction all the way around, right? Even have a lanyard solution back here for my lanyard people. We have micarta. This is a green micarta going on this one, and it's a type of solution where the micarta ends a little bit shorter than the actual tang on the blade. We've seen that in a few other fixed blades here and there, right? So they don't just sit flush. The actual tang is just a little bit taller than the micarta itself. You know, T8 basically is the hardware you're looking at here, right, on both sides. So it's non-captive, and you do have a nice finger choil here as well. Right, so now that we got the close-ups ready to go, let's see. Right, let's check out them ergos. Now this is gonna be a 4-finger grip. Check that out. I got all 4 fingers there, and I'm feeling good here. A good lanyard probably will help a little bit, even though again I am getting all 4 fingers there. Right, full hammer grip, full purchase. This little jimp right here works. Kind of wish we had just a little bit more further up on the blade. That would have been nice. There's just a tiny bit of, you know, very small curvature to the blade, not too much. And of course, that tip there is going to be great for utility cuts, draw cuts, you know, pinch grip for opening packages, Amazon boxes and stuff like that. And I mean, the ergos feel good. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit on the slimmer side, so it doesn't necessarily feel the hand as much as maybe a taller, wider handle would. But probably for the size, you know, in this minimalistic design, I can definitely see what they're going for there. And it gets the job done, I'm not going to lie. So ergos feel good. I'm going to give it a good 9.5 out of 10, right? If it was a little bit taller handle, a little bit, you know, girthier, maybe it'll be a 10 out of 10, but that's about the only thing. Doesn't take anything away from it, by the way. So just saying what would be ideal, but, you know, it's not a deal breaker in any way, shape, or form. All right, that being said, let's see what else we got going on here. I mean, pretty good size for EDC, right? It's not too big of a folder. It's not too small. It's not too big of a fixed blade. It's not too small of a fixed blade. Let's get some quick measurements. here, just to give you a ballpark, we got about a over 6-inch knife, so 6.3, right, 6.35 or so overall length, under 3 inches on the blade, right, close to 2.75 or 2.79 is what the box says. Cutting path is 2.5, and the handle is going to be just a little bit under or right about 3.5 inches. For the blade stock thickness, we're coming in at 0.11. That's a little bit slicier than the average 0.12 in the channel. And then we have a handle thickness of 0.37. That's a little bit thinner than the 0.5 or half-inch average in the channel there. So there you go. That's what I meant, right? Some other fixed blades have a little bit of a, at least, you know, half an inch, which is the average. If I can talk today, that'll be nice. Half an inch, which is the average, will put you about right there, right? So you see that the difference from half an inch to the 0.37, right, thickness there. Now, since we're doing a very scientific overview here, as you can see, right, we got all the stats for you. Let's do a quick weight check now without the sheath, and we'll check with the sheath in a moment. But yeah, this is pretty lightweight, no doubt about it. Even full tank construction and everything feels pretty good. I want to say I'll be surprised if this thing is even over 3 ounces. If it's over 3 ounces, I'll be shocked because it feels way lighter than 3 ounces. So here we go. Look at that. You know, I knew it was way too light, and it makes sense, right? Slimmer handle, you know, not so tall of a blade, right? Got a good recipe there. 1.7 ounces, 4.7 grams for, you know, the weight there. I mean, giving the Benchmade bug out a good run for their money, right? At least weight-wise without the sheath. Now, if we bring the sheath here into the equation, we'll take a closer look here in a moment. But with the sheath here, I want to say should be now 3-4 ounces or so. Yeah, closer to 4 ounces, 3.7 to be exact, or 105 grams. Yep, not bad at all. Still, you know, under 4 ounces for EDC. Doesn't really get much better than that, unless you're doing a, you know, way heavier duty type of work and you need an absolutely beefier, more overbuilt blade. But for everyday use, everyday tasks, unless you're doing something crazy or camping or, you know, outdoors or something insane, then, you know, this should definitely get the job done there, without no doubt. Now, we do have the Kizer sheath, which we have this one, and we also have this guy. This one here by default, again, gives you a good experience, right? Kizer does a good job tuning, right, the deployment and, you know, sheathing experience, if you would. I don't know if is that the right word, sheathing, right? Let me know in the comments if that's a real word or if I just made that up completely. I don't think I've used that before, but yeah, good pull, right? Good tension. Do we have any rattling? No, we don't. So that feels nice there as well. And it also has the design here where you have the same distance from here to here as you do from here to here. So that should be, or should allow you to rotate this guy 90 degrees. It does have the default spring-loaded button clip. So by default, if you use the backpack strap, it's going to be scout carry or horizontal carry. If you use your belt, then it's going to be a horizontal carry. Sorry, vertical carry. The heck am I talking about? It's going to be a vertical carry, right, if you do it that way. But the good news is, whichever way works for you, you can turn this guy around. And if this is a little too bulky for you, then the solution here with this guy looks something like this, right? So you have the ability to adjust right here. So you can see, right, kind of gives you this oval shape hole. So you have a little bit of adjustability. It's a little bit more of a universal clip. So boom, bam, you can mount it either way. Whichever one works best for you, they got you covered. So that being said, with that out of the way there, let's go ahead and do some quick size comparisons. Obviously, we're going to get scientific with it here in a moment. Do some cutting tests. Starting a little bit smaller and sort of working our way up, we have the Kizer Smolt and the Vosteed Mink. These are two of my favorite fixed blades here of all times. Good size for EDC, not too big, not too small, right? Definitely checks a lot of boxes for me, at least for what I do on a daily basis. Especially if there's no like hardcore outdoors camping, bushcrafting going on, then these are obviously pretty good for just about anything else. And I will have all these linked down below if you guys want to check out prices, availability, and variants, right? Check out those links. Those do help out the channel at 0 extra cost to you. But here's the Lynx fixed gear, right? That's a D2, very affordable fixed blade there. This is the Kizer Militaw. It's going to have a little bit of a longer reach, obviously longer cutting path. Kind of working our way up here, we have the Polaris, right? This is a very thick Scandi grind fixie here from Kaiser. They recently dropped this one here as well. You can see quite the size difference there. Also got the OdenWolf W Scandi as well. This is a D2 fixed blade. All right, check out the size difference, of course. And I do have content on all these different knives. If you guys want to learn more, you just got to put the knife name Miguel EDC on the YouTube search box and you'll find those videos right away. But if none of these is big enough for you, check out the Drop Bear Fix 7, right? This thing takes up the entire screen. Take a look at that insanity right there. Yeah, they they absolutely made this crazy fixed blade right here. It's based off of their Kaiser Drop Bear folder and kind of taking things to a whole titanic, gargantuous level here. This is on a whole different league of its own. It's like triple XL size-wise. So for all my people who always like, Miguel, where the big knives at? Listen, fam, I got you covered. Anything and everything under the rainbow, from some of the smaller ones to definitely the biggest ones, right? You definitely should have at least a ballpark by now where this guy right here lands. But without further ado, let's see what this thing can do. D2 blade. All right, feels good there on the nail test. Let's go 5x zoom here. All right, some quick scientific points here. Oh yeah, absolutely biting into the paper there right away. No doubt about it. Some full slices. Bam, boom, bada bing, bada boom. Oh yeah, not even sweating it, right? Just biting and cutting all the way as you would expect. I got a single wall piece of cardboard cutting at diagonal angle. For better performance, it's going to look something like this. Here we go. Oh yeah, even with this low curvature here towards the back. Bam, boom, bada bing, bada boom. And breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, the knife cuts, right? Who would have thunk? But yeah, definitely guys, rate this thing in the comments on a scale from 1 through 10. That is a factory edge. And you can see the D2 blade, right, with the black coating. You know, as you use it more and more, right, it's going to show some wear on the blade. But, you know, you're protected against the elements or at least corrosion with this black, thick black coat. You know, it looks like Cerakote, but at this price level, I'm sure it's just a black coat, if anything. So, yeah, factory edge, definitely putting in some work, right? You guys be the judge there, 10 being the sharpest. Let me know in the comments below. All right, guys, well, there you have it. That is the new Kizer Phasmids, right? Very interesting name. You got at least 2 sheaths to choose from, right? Should be very affordable. I'll have this one linked down below. Also, check out the Quartz as well. I did an unboxing on this one recently. I'll put a video card for that one here at the end so you guys can check it out. Again, these knives and every other knife you saw in this video will be linked in the description and pinned comment if you guys want to check them out. It also help out the channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you and a 0 extra cost. But most importantly, guys, let me know your thoughts on the Phasmids, right? What do you guys like about it? What do you love about it? Is there anything you dislike about it? Let me know. Let's hang out in the comment section down below. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.